On January 1, 1865, United States General William T. Sherman's army marched out of the city of Savannah and of battered Georgia, headed into the heart of South Carolina. They moved through the swamps where Confederate troops engaged them at the Battle for Broxton Bridge and the Battle of Rivers Bridge. When Sherman's cavalry, under the command of General Hugh Kilpatrick, engaged Confederate cavalry in Aiken, the Union was handed its only defeat of the campaign. Sherman remained focused on Columbia, the capital of the first state to secede from the Union.
Trust Parker to have the cheap stuff.
Parker! Is anyone here?
Captain Mary, I must say I've never seen you in such attire.
Under current circumstances, I felt that a civilian impression would be most appropriate.
I must agree with you, ma'am.
I came to your warehouse to see if you might have any more supplies of laudanum. We expect to see action later today.
Ma'am, I have none, but I am seeing a source in a few hours that may have some for me.
I'm afraid I have very little time. Do you have anything else that might alleviate pain?
Good bit of cheap whiskey.
Very cheap. Are you still accepting Confederate currency?
To be honest, I'd rather trade. And believe me, I will trade for just about anything.
I'm afraid we have very little to trade with. We certainly can't spare any weapons or foodstuffs.
I understand. Yesterday, I took in a load of wagon beds, which I normally wouldn't do. But the Federals will pay me cash money for wagon beds. By cash money, I mean U.S. currency. U.S. currency taken everywhere.
We might be able to find some gold.
Well, that would certainly change the equation, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Do you by any chance know where General Hampton is?
What would you want with General Hampton?
His plantation is known for being very well stocked, and I would like to be the first to offer him terms.
The general and his family have already abandoned Millwood.
That's unfortunate. I would hate to hire some ne'er-do-wells to go raid the place, but if I have to, I will.
That is a dirty business. I suppose it is what you have to do. I shall come back later to see if you might have secured some laudanum. Unless...
The Bluecoats are here.
That would make coming back here most difficult.
Mr. Parker, this is General Kilpatrick. You asked me to arrange a meeting between you two. I must inform you that he is a very busy man.
I completely understand. General Kilpatrick, it is a pleasure to finally be able to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Parker. What can I do for you today?
General, Mr. Parker has been instrumental in delivering a number of delicate items which you yourself have requested.
Is that a fact?
Yes, sir. I've been in business in this region for more than 20 years.
I see. But what is it that I can help you with?
Earlier today, I had to discourage a few men from burning my facility.
Well, who do you think was trying to burn your warehouse down, sir?
I can only assume it's your men.
Well, why would you make that assumption?
Well, sir, they were wearing fragments of federal uniforms, and that is exactly what happened with my warehouse in Nashville, and it was identical to what happened to my warehouse in Atlanta.
Is that a fact? Colonel Peabody, explain to this man what's happening just 3 miles up the road using those cotton bales.
Mr. Parker, Confederate troops have been taking bales of cotton and setting them alight in the streets to deter our progress.
Which is a useless attempt at stopping my troops.
Look, General, Colonel, with all due respect, this is my last warehouse. This is all I have left.
But what exactly would you like me to do for you?
All I ask is a few men assigned to this building for security, so whomever is trying to burn my facility doesn't burn it.
Mr. Parker, we're in the middle of a fight here. It's a dangerous situation. I cannot spare one trooper to help you with that. Peabody, this is a waste of my time.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parker, but you have to understand that...
Now, Peabody, move your bushel of blubber.
Here are the fires of perdition that will lay the groundwork for hatred against us for 100 years.
What's the matter with you two? You going soft on me in the middle? Well, gentlemen, I'm following the orders of our commanding officer, General Sherman. I suggest the two of you do something.
Melvin, did you join the Army?
Nope, but it gave me the jacket.
Miss Hampton, we didn't think we'd be seeing you here.
So, what can we help you with, ma'am?
Well, I could not leave until I straightened things out with you two. Signed and 100% legal. They're your papers of manumission.
What does that mean?
Freedom papers. Nobody owns us anymore.
That's right.
So, where do you think we should go?
Most freedmen are headed up north. I'm sorry, I don't know where to tell you to go.
Most of our things got burnt up.
Just like ours.
So how do we...
In that envelope there is some money. It's not much, but it's to help you along your way. It's United States currency.
Miss Hampton, I still got that pistol.
Mr. Hampton gave it to him last year.
What do you think we ought to do with it?
Keep it hidden, but keep it close.
Columbia suffered significant destruction. Within days, large groups evacuated the city. This included civilians and thousands of freedmen, which is what the slaves that had been released or liberated by the Federals were called. Sherman's army headed toward North Carolina. The Southern Army, once they regrouped, headed in the direction of Sherman's troops in a desperate attempt to slow down the march.
Oh, Lord. What happened?
He got caught in a firefight.
They started shooting before they knew what they were shooting at.
That's a lot of blood. Where is he wounded? Did you locate the wounds?
There's 3 wounds, Doctor, as far as we can tell.
Get them on the table right here. Where's the bandages?
We used them all.
Captain Mary went to get some more.
Great. Not my lucky day.
It most certainly is. You have all of us helping you.
There she is.
Oh, good.
One advantage of rank is I can get bandages washed faster. What happened to the boy?
He got hit 3 times, caught in a crossfire.
Shoulder, gut, chest. Worried about the gut. I'm gonna get the chloroform.
Make haste, ladies. Compresses.
How could one boy get hit 3 times at the same time?
I think I got shot.
Were you the only one ambushed?
Skeleton party got us. Others are dead.
How many in the party?
5.
And none of them survived?
1.
This cannot continue.
Ow.
Easy, easy. Doc's still got chloroform. The pain will be gone soon. Doc, I think we can save him.
How long do you think this is going to go on, Captain?
You mean the war?
I mean, this fighting that doesn't ever seem to end.
If I may, Captain, what do you think the generals are trying to accomplish here?
The generals will do whatever they can to slow down this march.
Perhaps I am being pessimistic, but even if they succeed and slow down the march, isn't that just prolonging the inevitable?
It has to end at some point. The Confederacy is running out of soldiers.
That is precisely my concern, Catherine. You remember the boy today who saw the scouting party?
The one that took the 3 bullets?
Yes. Now, he said with this scouting party, 5 went out and 1 survived. That's an 80% loss rate. You remember Manassas back in 61. 20,000 soldiers on each side, approximately 2,000 killed or wounded. Loss rate of 10%.
And at the time, the generals thought that was manageable.
Yes, they did, and so they kept on fighting. And now we have children being shot, and we have soldiers being killed before we even have a chance to work on them.
What can we do? I mean, as first-hand witnesses to this, really, what can we do?
As nurses, there's very little. But as a commissioned officer, I have to try to do something.
And your plans, ideas for this?
I shall talk to General Hampton. He's always been supportive of our concerns, and he was the one who commissioned me.
How long we been on this trail, Martha?
A good bit.
How much is a good bit?
Let's not worry about how much further it's gonna be. Let's take this one day at a time.
At least it's not in the middle of the summer.
Thank the Lord.
Let's take stock of what we got. Ruby, you still thinking about you can still do this, right?
I can still keep going if that's what you mean.
That's what I mean. What about you, Raymond? You thinking about giving it up?
No, no, no. No turning back. No standing still.
Good. That's the spirit.
Ain't nothing to go back to.
I still got my gun, Ruby. You got yours?
It's in the bag. Too much to hold in my hand.
I can carry it for a while.
No, 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 sir.
Why not?
While back, he tried to shoot the horns off a bull.
What now? What you do that for, Raymond?
Target practice.
Well, I see. Ruby, you best be holding on to that weapon.
I agree.
All right, let's get going. Hopefully we can find somewhere to lay our heads for the night.
Moving into North Carolina on March 7th, 12,500 Federal troops engaged 8,500 Confederate troops at the Battle of Wise Fork in Lenoir County.
works, Elrod.
All the way down? No, right here on top. On the crest.
Don't give them a target, boys.
All right, fire well once you're on the... Fire well. Fire well. Slow and steady fire. Fire well. All right, fire! I would die here. Don't go that. Yes. Yeah, just take your hit here.
I'll get you. Give me a hand. Grab your leg like you would. I ain't fire. I hear Abigail's lovely.
Welcome, Gerald Wheeler. It's good to see you back in camp again.
General, I sure am sorry about what happened to your home.
Thank you.
General Hampton, we all continuing to move north, aren't we?
Yes, we are. My aide de camp, Captain Rogers, to fill us in on the troop numbers.
We've had a number of units join us here in the last couple of days. When we left Columbia, we had 7,800 men.
Now it's over 10,000.
That sure helped morale a hell of a lot.
Captain Mary, do you have any concerns you want to share with us?
Primarily staffing. We no longer expect experienced nurses, but we would like some who can commit to being around for a while.
Check the refugee camps. You might find what you need there.
General Hampton, it seems like your contact plan is a success.
Yes. Before we left Columbia, I sent the word all over Dixie for units to meet with us at Bentonville.
Sir, do you think that's going to be our next engagement?
It'll be closer than that. I'm thinking probably Fayetteville or before.
That's right. These forces are commanded by my old friend Kilpatrick. Walker, I'll be back, old buddy. How's things going here?
Infantry's falling back, sir. Where's Walker?
He's hurt. Hope he lasts till I get back there. Tell General Hampton to be back as soon as I can, okay?
Yes, sir.
What happened to you, handsome? Let me see.
Hey, my boy gonna be all right?
Yes, General. Cleaned his wound and got a bandage on it. You'll need to refill your canteen, though.
Thank you. I can't lose my buddy.
I understand. I met a lot of bad men in this war, but not one bad horse.
You from Columbia?
What's left of it. There's nothing keeping me there, so I'll be refuging now. At least to find my son.
Last I heard, he was fighting with Hampton.
Come on back with me. They'd be happy to have you at the hospital. I'll help you find your son.
Thank you, General.
Christine,
Yes, General. May I help you?
have a seat.
Is there a problem, sir?
No. I was just thinking that it's been the first time I've seen you in a while and we haven't had a chance to talk.
You are correct, sir. However, both of us are very busy people.
We are, but we should take the time to talk to each other every now and then. Don't you agree?
I've always found your company,
Yes.
I would say, very fulfilling.
Well, now that's an interesting way to put it.
It's just that I have found people of your status to be not very accessible on a personal level.
You know, I try to pride myself on seeing eye to eye with everyone, even my soldiers. You understand what I mean?
It works for me.
If you have time on occasion, you should drop by more often. And we should talk.
I would like that.
Good news, Christine. We have a new recruit. This is Catherine. She's had some nursing experience, and General Wheeler speaks very highly of her.
That is wonderful. Do tell.
Primarily nursing duties, but also administration.
Now, Catherine, an Army hospital is always on the move. And if we're not on the move, we are setting up for a battle. It's probably very different than what you're used to.
At the hospitals I worked at, we mostly treated the severely wounded, mostly with no chance of recovery.
Mark my words, you will be seeing the wounded immediately.
Ladies, if you will excuse me, I have an appointment with General Hampton.
General Hampton?
Yes, he and I met when I first started with him back in Manassas in '61.
May I ask, what is the nature of this meeting?
Oh, it is nothing, just reminiscing.
Reminiscing.
He and I get along quite well. He really is very sweet.
Christine, are you aware that General Hampton has lost all of his holdings?
Are you certain? I was told he was one of the wealthiest gentlemen in the state.
Oh, he was, back in '61. But remember, he financed his entire military operation, and this war has taken its toll.
I can vouch for that. His businesses and his beautiful plantation home were burned to the ground. I've heard he's lost everything.
Well, he still makes beautiful conversation. So I will see you, ladies.
She has been looking for a husband as long as I have known her.
Well, look at here. My day's starting better already.
Would you mind if I sat down and spoke with you for a minute, General?
No, please, have a seat. If it's conversation just between you and I, please call me Wade.
Certainly, Wade.
So how's your day been going so far?
I just had some rather distressing news.
Oh, I don't need more of that. What you got?
I just found out how very much you were affected by what that scoundrel Sherman did in Columbia.
It pains me to say what that butcher Sherman, Kilpatrick, did to my beautiful city have made it impossible to continue my business operations.
That is such a shame, Wade.
Yes, my magnificent boyhood home of Millwood now lies in ashes All that's left is 4 columns and a tool shed.
Well, at least you have your tool shed.
Something to rebuild with.
Yes, General Hampton. I must take leave and return to the field hospital. And I wanted to let you know that I have always enjoyed your company. And I think of you as a very good friend.
Thank you, Christine. You always bring a smile to my face.
Thank you.
That's Ferris.
What'd you say?
He used to deliver moonshine to the plantation. Always put aside a jar for us, no charge.
You think he got some now?
I'm getting tired of you, Ferris.
I done told you, Parker. All I have is Confederate money. I don't have no Yankee money.
Ruby, grab your pistol. Follow me.
You know what I can see? You know what I can see?
What can you see?
I can see you ain't taking me serious enough.
Look, Parker, you and I done business for 20 years. We always got along fine, no financial problems. I put everything into the Confederacy. You know I took that gamble, not because I believed in their politics, but because I believed in the fighting spirit of the men.
I'm the one that pushed that spirit across this swamp to him by the galley.
I know you got that money, Ferris.
I saw you dropping off a load of your shine to those Yankee boys, and they paid you.
A load? 1 gallon I traded for a shirt? What the hell happened to you, Parker? You used to be level-headed.
What the hell you think happened to me? I used to have a warehouse in every city, and they was all full. Now the whole world's falling apart.
Parker, I got nothing for you. I put everything in the Confederacy, and you know.
On the count of 3, a bullet goes into your brain. Do you understand?
I tell you what. You can have every Confederate dollar I have, Parker.
1, 2.
We ain't gonna let you harm Mr. Ferris here. He an honest man. We known him a long time.
What kind of hell on earth horse shit is this?
Mister, it's best if you drop that weapon.
Get him.
My God, it sure is good to see you, Miss Martha.
I imagine it is.
They done let y'all go from the plantation?
Yep, got the papers.
Well, most of the freedmen I know gonna follow the Yankee army up north. Is that what y'all plan on doing?
I heard. Thousands of people like us walking behind them, begging for whatever scraps they want to throw you. We make our own way.
Do you know where you'll go?
I got people up in Richmond.
Ooh, that's a good piece up the road.
We gonna do it. Just you watch.
Yes, we are.
No standing still, no turning back.
I wish y'all the best of luck, and thanks again.
On March 10th, 1,850 Federal cavalry troops, again commanded by General Kilpatrick, engaged Confederate cavalry troops nearly twice their number, commanded by General Joseph Wheeler, The exchange took place at the Battle of Monroe's Crossroads in what is now Hoke County.
Captain Barry, I heard you had some luck with your staffing.
We have an excellent new nurse named Catherine, right where General Wheeler said she would be.
Catherine's also real good at patching up horses.
And right now, horses are more important than men.
Exactly.
Ain't that the truth?
That engagement with Kilpatrick was a pretty good-sized cavalry event.
Sure was, but that scoundrel got away.
It looks like the next dust-up will be up here in Cumberland County. What are the numbers, Captain Rogers?
Our camp's getting larger, sir, coming up on 15,000 troops.
That's good, because it looks like the Yank commander at our next incursion is going to be none other than that butcher, Sherman.
Boy. You live here?
Where you live, boy?
Pretty far away.
What's your name?
Gunner.
Where your mom and daddy, Gunner?
I don't know.
Why you bleeding, boy?
I got shot.
Who shot you?
Soldiers.
What side?
Both. I got between them.
Got any food?
No, man.
Money?
Few pennies.
We can't leave him like this.
We got to get him somewhere.
Gunner? How about you walk with us for a spell?
You wouldn't mind?
You come with us, boy.
The word got out about Aversboro. They're calling it inconclusive.
Well, that's a hell of a lot better than Yankee victory.
It was still an engagement. The hospital was overwhelmed at times.
That means our supply situation is getting critical. Did we capture any supplies on the last raid?
Yes, we did. A lot of food and one medical supply wagon.
We need those supplies as soon as we can get them. Probably this evening.
That would be most helpful. Given the source, it's probably codeine instead of laudanum, but we can use everything.
What this tells me is nobody, not even their illustrious General Sherman, is invincible. Captain Rogers, will you give the good news on the troops?
Please understand, when we left Columbia, our combined troop strength was less than 8,000 men. By the time we reach Bentonville, we will have over 20,000 with us.
Very good.
Not to be pessimistic, but what is the enemy's troop strength?
A lot more than 20,000. But remember, as each day passes, our numbers increase while his diminish.
I know a bunch more of my boys showed up. I'm sure that helped.
I'd like to set up our field hospital right over here. There's plenty of shade, not too closed in. We could get 4 or 5 good-sized tents in here.
Yeah. We need to get this hospital as close to the battle as we can, if there is a battle.
I thought you said the Yanks were close.
Well, they still could shift east before they camp for the night.
We'll go ahead and set up the tents here. If we have to move, we'll do it early in the morning.
Well, you got yourself a full operation now, don't you? Mary? Ho, ho, ho! Oh! There's no need for that.
We ain't going back where we was.
You got papers?
We do.
Well, there ain't much we can do about that. We don't have the time nor the manpower.
That is the young man we treated in the field hospital 2 weeks ago. He took 3 bullet wounds.
3?
We stitched him up, but he should not be traveling.
That is one tough young man.
Found him alone. In the middle of it. No one around.
He ran away before his father could come back for him.
My daddy came back for me?
Yes, he did.
Daddy came back for me.
Gunner, is your father a sergeant in our army?
Yes, ma'am. 3 stripes right here.
General Wheeler, I'd like permission to keep this boy in our care until his father returns. We need to monitor those wounds.
That'll be fine, Captain.
So you were freed from the plantation.
Yes, we was.
What was your primary assignment back there?
I took care of the big house. Took real good care of them.
I bet you did. Did you do any nursing?
Plenty.
What's your name?
Name's Martha.
Martha, how would you like to stay here and help out in our field hospital?
I appreciate the offer, but Ruby, Raymond, and me, we's heading to Richmond, and that's the way it is.
Of course. Another general is going to be working with me to establish a permanent hospital there.
I have family in Richmond. I haven't seen them in a long time.
When you get to Richmond, you look me up. I will have a job for you.
And you are a lady officer?
Correct. I'm the only one in the Confederacy. Just ask for Captain Mary.
The 3-month campaign through the Carolinas ended on April 9th, when General Robert E. Lee surrendered the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia at Appomattox Courthouse. 2 weeks later, General Joseph E. Johnston surrendered all Confederate forces in the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. In a communication to the President of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis, General Johnston stated, "Our people are tired of war. Our country is overrun, and the enemy's military power and resources were never greater. My small force is melting away like the snow before the sun." In May 1865, General Wade Hampton met up with General James Longstreet in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. It was also there that Mary Hampton was able to join her husband once again.
I told you the war was over, and it is. I don't think this was the Yanks. You see, a lot of people come back to their home, and they find out what happens when the Yanks came through. A lot of times all that remained was a burned out shell. So they burn the rest. They leave nothing but a pile of ashes. And soon, that'll be gone.
Wade, will we ever be able to return home?
Not to the home we knew. I was thinking of rebuilding. Something about the size of a tool shed. That's probably all we have left.
The tool shed? That's not large enough to be a house.
We no longer have the funds to have a house like we had.
I understand.
A house that size, we could probably move in it by the end of the month.
Do you think it's safe to move back?
This war may never end for some folks.
What do you think you're going to do with yourself next, Mr. Hampton? I know that cackle. Tell me.
You might think I'm crazy, but would you believe politics?
Good to see you, Martha. How long have you been in Richmond?
Been about a month now. It's real hard to find some of my family.
So many people have been lost. But you were able to locate them?
They've been on the plantation like I was. But that plantation wasn't there no more.
Plantations were easy targets for soldiers and bummers.
Mm-hmm. Like most of the rest of this city, it was all blown up or burned out.
But you did find some of your family.
Yes'm. They're just outside of town. The ones that stayed. The others left in 64, heading off like me.
I'm glad they survived. And as you can see, I was finally able to open up my clinic. Once we get a few more doctors in here, we can call it a hospital.
I asked around for Captain Mary, and folks sent me right here. You got all the nurses you need?
We have many patients, Martha, and we can always use a good nurse.
If you want a nurse that's done just about everything, that's me.
That sounds fine. I'll introduce you to the head nurse soon. But first, that couple that was with you, did they make it all right?
They kept going off. I'm hoping I'll find out if they made it where they was going.
You must tell me about your journey after you left us.
Let's just say I'll never have to do that again. That'd be just fine. Everywhere we went, it was some sort of trouble. And I mean everywhere. Even after the war was supposedly over, there were soldiers on both sides.